Hello and welcome to the first video of the Future Sight era. I'm your Overseer, and today we're taking a look at a couple counter options for the latest 7-star raids going on in Scarlet and Violet. Before we get into those counters, make sure you drop a like and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future content. Now, if you're playing Scarlet, you will be seeing Roaring Moon in your 7-star raids with the Dragon Tera type, and if you're a Violet player, you will be seeing Iron Valiant with the Fairy Tera type. These raids will last from October 2nd through October 12th, 2025, so it gives about 4 days until that ZA release, so you've at least got something to do in this lull period. I will mention there is something at the end of the video you're going to want to pay attention to if you like collecting these 7-star raids with the Mightiest Mark. Now, the first counter we're going to go over here is for the Roaring Moon, and then we're going to have our friend Orthworm here with the Tera type Fighting and the Shell Bell item. Now, the moves you're going to want to run are Mud Slap, Iron Defense, Body Press, and Protect with the ability Earth Eater, which we'll get into the advantage of that later. The stats here are going to be 252 in HP and 252 in Defense. Without further ado, though, let's hop over to the raid. And as always, I will be 2-time speeding the raid so you can see what's happening, but then I'm not wasting too much of your time and dragging it out, so you can hop off and do it for yourself. Now, I will say Orthworm is not the fastest counter alive, so if you were hoping for that, I apologize, but this is the most consistent build that I've seen. So, Roaring Moon will start out with a Sunny Day, which will proc its Photosynthesis ability, which will then boost its attack stat. So what we're going to do is use Mud Slap a total of 4 times to lower its accuracy stat. So we're going to use it 3 times to be able to get our Tera up, but we're going to use it a total of 4 times because it will end up resetting stats for us, and then we can start stacking our Iron Defenses. So we're going to use Mud Slap here 1 more time, and then will allow us to Tera into the Fighting type. And then we're just going to waste another turn to get his accuracy as low as we possibly can. And then we will use our Iron Defenses 3 times. Now the third and final Iron Defense is going to be going up here, which means we're going to get to start going on the offensive this next turn. So Body Press here will do not a ton of damage, but it does do a formidable amount of damage. So it's not super effective or anything, but it does get the job done. And then you do get healing from your Shell Bell. So we're going to continue to Body Press our way down until we get to the end of the shield here. And then we will go from there. Now, just before the shield comes down, he does reset his own stats and then uses a Dragon Dance to be able to boost his attack and speed. So then we will use our final Body Press here, and that should take us right to the end there. I think Sylveon does some work here and takes out the shield here for us, which is great. And then he does reset the stats. Now, I have Protect here, and it ends up failing, but I thought I could use it to be able to protect from the ability being down. So that's why I used it. It didn't really come in handy. I would essentially just use Iron Defense instead. But then we're going to get our Iron Defenses back up, and then we will be able to Body Press to the end. Now, I've gone ahead and just kind of cut through because it is just Body Pressing to the end here. So we're going to get one final Body Press here, and then Drifblim is actually the one that takes us out, as it ends up going down and using its Aftermath damage to take out the Roaring Moon. So GG's to the Drifblim here. And then you will have the option, if you haven't caught it yet, to go ahead and capture it for the first time here, first and only. And then it will show you the rewards that you get, which I was able to get a Spicy Herba and a Salty Herba. And so that is the Roaring Moon counter. Now, as far as the Iron Valiant counter goes, I actually recently just reset my Violet, so I actually don't have access to the 7-star raids currently on that game. So on screen now, you will see the Pecharunt build that I suggest you use for that solo option. Now, if you recall, I did mention there was an issue going on with people that were wanting to collect these. Unfortunately, it appears, unless it's a bug, that we will not be able to participate in the other event online. So if you are in Scarlet and have Roaring Moon, you will not then be able to connect online and be able to play with Violet players to get Iron Valiant, which I think is a bug. We're not positive yet at the time of this recording. However, you are able to do this locally. So if you have a friend, or if you have 2 Switches, or whatever the case may be, if you can do this locally, then you are able to do it. I've seen success that way. So just an FYI on that, but I hope these raid counters help, and until next time, I've been your Overseer.